characterize the difference between general ethics and ethics directed towards pediatrics?
Well, I think most of the issues tend to be the same. The complexity always is the full spectrum that you have for kids across the span from being a entirely dependent newborn to being a fully functioning 17-year-old who may well have decision-making capacities that are the same as superior to the rest of us. So trying to deal with that extra layer of decision-making authority and understanding and the occasional conflict with parents and how to negotiate the authority figures and understanding across that gap. So I think it just adds that third huge element in decision making. The other element I think is the probably severalfold. One is the hope that we bring to kids, and that their lives are ones, if we have a significant impact, they've got a life to live before them. The ethical issues with adults oftentimes have some of that same element, but oftentimes, most kids don't die. Every adult dies, right? So at some point, all of us are going to reach that point, and there would be hopes for a nice ending, but there's not hopes for much of a future beyond that. Whereas with kids, you always have that hope that if you're lucky, if you can just do that right thing, that they'll have a full life ahead of them. The other complexity too relates to how we consider as a society the moral value of kids. And here I'm thinking more in terms of the newborn, and maybe even if we want to take that prenatally, of course, the huge social debates about what's the moral status of a fetus and an embryo. And so I think that there's some interesting issues still around how do we consider the life of a brand new baby, a 24-week preemie, and do we afford the same value to that child that we do to a 10-year-old, because we've gotten to know the 10-year-old and we don't yet have had the opportunity to get to know this preemie. So I think there's some complicated issues there too.